Soo Kai and Tan Songyun rare public appearance sends fans into a frenzy. The entertainment industry has seen its fair share of iconic couples, but when Soo Kai and Tan Songyun made a rare public appearance together last night, it didn't just turn heads, it sent the entire internet into a full-blown meltdown. From the moment they stepped out hand in hand, their undeniable chemistry and heartfelt gestures reminded everyone why their love story continues to be the most talked-about saga in C-drama history. But what exactly happened that made this appearance different from the others? Why were fans crying, screaming, and flooding social media with captions like, "This is history in the making," and "They are the definition of destiny"? Let's take you straight into the heart of a night that will never be forgotten. The setting, a night of unexpected glamour. The stage was none other than a high-profile charity gala in Beijing, hosted to raise funds for children battling heart diseases. The event was already shining with the presence of big names, Zhou Bichang, Dilraba Dilmurat, Xiao Zhan, and Wang Yiba, but no one anticipated that Soo Kai and Tan Songyun would arrive together. The atmosphere was electric. Cameras flashed like lightning bolts, the crowd erupted in deafening cheers, and for a moment, even the other celebrities seemed to fade into the background. It was as though the entire night had been waiting for their entrance. Soo Kai, dressed in a sleek black suit with subtle gold detailing, looked every inch the leading man who had just made history at the Tencent Starlight Awards weeks ago. Beside him, Tan Songyun dazzled in a flowing ivory gown, her smile brighter than the chandeliers overhead. But the magic wasn't just in how they looked, it was in how they looked at each other. Fans noticed the subtle signs. As the couple moved through the hall, eagle-eyed fans caught onto every subtle detail. Soo Kai gently adjusting Tan Songyun's gown when it snagged slightly on the stairs. Tan brushing her hand against his arm every few minutes, as though seeking reassurance. Their quiet but constant whispers during speeches, followed by smiles that seemed to belong only to them. "This isn't just love, it's soul-deep connection," one fan tweeted. Another wrote, "They look like they've already said their vows 1,000 times in silence." And yet, the frenzy wasn't just about their closeness. It was about what happened next. The baby revelation whispers. In the middle of the gala, Zhou Bichang took the stage and jokingly teased, "Tonight we celebrate love, hope, and family." And speaking of family, someone in this room has a little angel waiting at home. Every camera instantly zoomed to Soo Kai and Tan Songyun. The couple laughed nervously, but exchanged a glance that was impossible to miss. Tan's eyes softened, Soo Kai squeezed her hand tighter, and in that one silent exchange, fans became convinced. They were subtly acknowledging their baby girl, the very child who had already caused internet storms of speculation. The crowd erupted in gasps. Weibo trended instantly with hashtags like #SooKaiTansongYunBaby, #FamilyGoals, and #TheyAreForever. A stirring performance. If the gala was already unforgettable, it became a night of pure magic when Tan Songyun took the stage with Zhou Bichang to perform a duet. Her voice trembled with emotion as she sang, and halfway through the performance, Soo Kai stood up in the audience, clapping and cheering louder than anyone else. But then came the moment that froze everyone in time. As the final note rang out, Soo Kai walked onto the stage, took Tan Songyun's hand in front of the entire audience, and kissed it. The hall went silent, then erupted in thunderous applause. People cried. Fans clutched their phones, screaming into live streams, "This is real love." Backstage chaos. What happened backstage after the performance was even more dramatic. Witnesses revealed that Soo Kai was seen hugging Tan tightly, whispering something into her ear that made her cry tears of joy. Staff members reported seeing her say, "I don't care about the world anymore as long as it's us." This backstage tenderness became the highlight of the night, with leaked images showing Soo Kai wiping her tears before pressing his forehead to hers. Wang Yiba's unexpected presence. But no Soo Kai, Tan Songyun story would be complete without a twist. Seated just rows away during the gala was none other than Wang Yiba. The tension was palpable, given his history of clashes with Soo Kai over Tan Songyun. Fans were terrified of another blow-up like the infamous confrontation where security had to step in. Yet this time, something shocking happened. As Sukai helped Tan Songyun off the stage, Wang Yibo stood and applauded them. For a brief moment, their eyes met, and instead of hostility, there was something like mutual respect. Was it a truce? Or the calm before another storm? Fans are still divided, but one thing's for sure. The sight of Sukai, Tan Songyun, and Wang Yibo in the same room without chaos was enough to make the internet explode. The online meltdown. By the time the gala ended, the internet was in flames. Weibo. This is the moment that defines a generation. Twitter/X. Forget awards, forget gossip. This is the love story of the century. Douyin, TikTok China clips of Sukai kissing Tan Songyun's hand already had 50 million views within hours. One fan comment summed it up perfectly. We didn't just watch a public appearance. We witnessed history, a fairy tale unfolding before our very eyes. A promise for the future? Before leaving the gala, Sukai and Tan Songyun briefly stopped for interviews. Reporters, hungry for answers, bombarded them with questions about marriage, the baby, and their future. Sukai smiled, looked straight into the camera, and said, "Some things are too precious to be rushed. But when the time is right, you'll know everything." Tan Songyun added softly, "We're happy. That's the truth." And with that, they walked away together, hand in hand, leaving the world buzzing with hope, excitement, and 1,000 new theories. The legacy continues. What makes Sukai and Tan Songyun's story so powerful isn't just their fame or their undeniable chemistry. It's the way they've faced storms, controversies, family surprises, rivalries, and relentless public scrutiny, yet still managed to emerge stronger, united, and unshakable. Their rare public appearance wasn't just another celebrity outing. It was a statement. Love, when real, conquers everything. And for fans, this wasn't just frenzy. It was proof that fairy tales can live in the real world. The frenzy that wouldn't stop. The noise outside the event hall was deafening. Fans had already gathered in hundreds the moment word spread that Sukai and Tan Songyun were attending together, a public appearance that hadn't happened in months. It wasn't just a sighting, it was history being written in real time. Inside, the atmosphere shifted the second the two walked in. Sukai's tall frame cast a commanding presence, but his gaze was soft, steady, and unwavering as it remained on Tan Songyun. She, in turn, carried herself with her signature grace, smiling warmly, bowing slightly to fans, and keeping close to Sukai as though the world outside no longer mattered. The crowd's roar. Phones went up instantly. Thousands of flashes lit the room like fireworks, catching every glance, every smile, every brush of their hands. At one point, Sukai gently adjusted the strap of Tan Songyun's dress when it slipped slightly, an act so natural, so tender, that fans in the front rows broke into screams. The frenzy wasn't just about their appearance, it was about the message it carried. After weeks of controversies, whispers of family drama, and explosive clashes involving Wang Yibo and Sukai, this moment felt like a declaration. We're still here. Together. The protective move. But the night took a dramatic twist when the crowd pressed forward too aggressively. Security struggled to keep the line intact. In the chaos, someone nearly tripped Tan Songyun. Sukai's reaction was instant. His arm shot around her waist, pulling her close against him. "Careful," he growled, his voice low but carrying enough authority that even the security guards glanced back. That moment, caught on multiple fan cameras, instantly went viral. The way Sukai shielded her, his hand refusing to let go even after she steadied herself, sparked a frenzy online. Comments flooded in. "That's not just protection, that's love in action. If this is not proof they're inseparable, what is?" Sukai looked like he was ready to fight the whole world for her. The Whisper fans didn't miss. Later that evening, during a quieter moment when they thought cameras weren't watching, Tan Songyun leaned closer to Sukai. Her lips moved softly, and though the noise made it impossible to catch her words, One fan video managed to capture Soo Kai's reply. He smiled, an uncharacteristically tender smile, and whispered back, "Always." That one word ignited fan theories. What had Tan Songyun said to make him answer like that? Some believed she had asked if he would stay by her side. Others speculated she had told him she was nervous about the ongoing controversies. Whatever the truth was, the intimacy of the exchange was undeniable. The frenzy online. By the time they exited the venue, hashtags dominated every social media platform. Hashtag Sukai Tansongyun together. Hashtag Protective Sukai. Hashtag Tansongyun glow. Hashtag always. Clips of Sukai's protective move and their whispered exchange reached millions within hours. Even celebrities couldn't resist chiming in. Zhou Bicheng, whose concert they had attended weeks earlier, reposted the clip with 3 simple words: "Love is loud." The emotional goodbye. What truly left fans shaken, however, was their departure. The black car waiting outside was surrounded by fans and paparazzi. Soo Kai opened the door for Tan Songyun first, but didn't immediately step in. Instead, he stood there, facing the crowd, as if silently daring anyone to come too close. Only when Tan Songyun reached out from inside the car, her hand slipping into his, did he finally enter. And just before the door closed, cameras caught it, the faintest trace of tears in Tan Songyun's eyes, as if the emotions of the night had finally overwhelmed her. The frenzy becomes a movement. What began as a rare appearance had now become a movement. Fans weren't just celebrating them as celebrities anymore. They were rooting for them as a story of resilience, of standing together through storms. One post went viral. In a world of rumors, clashes, and heartbreak, Soo Kai and Tan Songyun remind us of something simple. Love is not about perfection. It's about presence. And tonight, they were present for each other.